What's up, people? Hello. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Cup Chasers podcast. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. It's been a wonderful week, a crazy week. Lots of goals, lots of action, some tears, some excitement, some nerves, and some absolutely horrific officiating, some VAR gaffes, and some typical Manchester City cruising. But right out the rip, let's get the likes up on the video. Go ahead and subscribe if you're new. We are on our way to 200 subscribers. And of course, if you're enjoying all the content, get that little notification bell on as well. So today, I want to save some of the best for last. So we'll start with Man City.
Those best for last never is never referred to Chelsea, so we appreciate it.
I'm shocked they got one. I'm shocked.
Oh, man. I guess that was a little bit too mean. I apologize, Lewis. You guys absolutely cruised over Burnley. 2-0 up in the 22nd minute. KDB with a disgusting cross. Was that the second goal or the first goal, that
First
pass
goal
he made?
Nunez. It was Alvarez, but it was
the Nunez to Alvarez on his birthday.
Yep, with the brace.
Yeah, fantastic.
I mean, it's funny. Like Jake, you made a comment that I never write or communicate during the games, but I was at work during the game. So like I was working, and I had like the Peacock app on my phone, and I saw the goals, and I'm hyped. And then I saw the Jose thing come up, and like, what is going on? And just because at that point, when that news came in, City were cruising. I mean, the game was really was a no contest. I think somebody here was like, City would take it easy on Vinny. No, we don't do that. We don't take it easy on anyone.
That was me.
We don't do that. We don't do take easy on anyone. So they can have hope. We don't like hope. And so Alvarez played well. It was good to see De Bruyne start. I think Pep did a little grandstanding by having Haaland come on for De Bruyne, so you can get, the sort of mutual things. Haaland looked completely out of form. Like he was just all over the place. And he laughed at himself several times. I liked how Foden played. It was good to see, no disrespect, but it was good to see Rico play instead of Walker. Swirling around Walker, so you kind of want to try to let other things take the limelight in the story. There's not much to say about the game. I mean, we all expected them to win the game. The last goal, definitely disappointing that Burnley scored the goal. I mean, it was just they turned off. They weren't paying attention, and it kind of is what it is. 3 points.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much about it myself, to be honest with you. I was watching Spurs and Brentford, which was a much more exciting, entertaining game.
No, it was
crazy to say that about Spurs, but they were playing darts. Actually, it was a darts match. But we'll get there. But yeah, I think no mercy for Vinny. I didn't expect it any, and it's just more pressure heaped on him. A lot of people using the word naive as to their approach, their refusal to to change up anything at all. And of course, City get the expected win. And with all the Klopp talk and news and the nervy Arsenal finish and stuff, I feel like City kind of going a little bit under the radar at present, just like right now, because in the back of everyone's mind, we know you guys are probably going to win the next 12 games or something stupid, until you get to Anfield, and then there'll be a challenge. There'll be something there in that game. But I mean, looking ahead, Tony's back. It's away. You lost there last season, if I remember, at the G Tech.
Wasn't that the last game of the season?
Yeah, you know what it was, because the other game Tony went to the Etihad after getting spurned by Southgate and put it on you. But yeah, after y'all were already champions, I think Brentford won at the G Tech. I believe it'll be way different this time. What you thinking?
I mean, for that game, you just look at it and City's in form. This is the first time that in several weeks that you had the whole team available, and I just think I think the point that you made about, and I agreed with Tony being frustrated for not getting picked in that first game they played. So you got somebody who was a little bit on fire. If I'm looking at the stats, which I generally look at the stats. I hate that the game is on Monday. I really do, but I'm gonna go with the on the road. And Brentford hadn't kept a clean sheet in 13 matches. I'm gonna go 3-0. I think they'll go for the clean sheet. And the reason I'll go for the clean sheet is because they know they shouldn't have given up one from before. And City's ranked number 2 away from home for goals. So I think, and it's 2.4 goals. I think they get 3 on the road. De Bruyne will start. Holland probably will start. And I think they'll be hungry. 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah.
That is, wow.
Yeah.
No respect for the Bees. None.
Well, I mean, if we look at their scores, because I go by these metrics as well. Brentford has given up 3 goals in 4 of their last 5 games.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I also think that they'll give up 3 goals.
Same here.
But I also think they'll score some. I think they'll be a tougher proposition, especially at home. I think the battle between Diaz and Stones and Tony is going to be fun. Going to be fun to watch. Are Cameroons still in the? That's why Mbomo's gone. So will Mbomo be back?
Hold on, let me look. No, it says Mbomo has an ankle injury.
Oh, he's injured. Wissa is the one that's in. Johan Wissa is still with the Congo, so he won't be back either.
Oh, he plays for the Congo.
He plays for the Congo. He took a penalty, scored a goal. Scored a goal versus was that Egypt they played, or did they knock? Yeah, they knocked out Egypt.
Yeah,
he scored in the penalty shootout, so he won't be there either. But yeah, I just think it'll be they looked good against Spurs, I thought. I mean, to be honest, they did give Tony. Did you see Tony's goal, the second goal? They gave it to him. They literally Pedro Porro didn't even know he was there. Or was it it was the other side. So it was
on the back post.
It was Udogie. No. Udogie just didn't even know Tony was there and plays it backwards without even looking, and Tony's just standing there by himself.
Yep.
Turns around and passes it in for the easy finish. But
that is Calvin Phillips.
Oh yeah, it was the exact same. It was almost the exact same goal. Yeah, but I doubt that City will do that. I doubt that they'll just give Tony a goal. But when I was looking at the way City gave up that Burnley goal, I was, there was a moment last season where every prediction we made, we'd be like, well, City give up a goal every game.
Yeah,
they tend to just give a goal every game, which is kind of what it felt like for that Burnley goal. Lewis, you said they switched off, which they definitely did, and you can't switch off first Tony because he'll definitely capitalize. But I've said it's going to be a bit of a barnstormer. I've gone 3-2 to the Citizens, of course. As much as I'd like for the Bees to sting them, I don't see it happening. Patrick, let me guess. You said 3-2 City.
Nope, I went 3-1 City. When you said 3 goals, I was like, oh, no, here we go.
Here we go again.
No, I think Tony gets one. I can't expect him not to. Even though I think City will play better defensively. But I think, like right now, I can't think of a game where City might not score 3 goals. If they truly have Holland back, and they, sir,
Yep.
sir, they truly have Holland back. KDB,
that might end 3-2, but they're
Rodri,
going to score 3.
Foden. I mean, you just keep going and going, and then you got Matthias Nunez putting up, a cross that I wish somebody at Chelsea could make.
You don't say Alvarez either.
Julian Alvarez is scoring. I mean, if they solidify their back line, it's scary time.
It is scary time. Their back line is solid, bro.
To happen though. We already know this. The FA is not going to allow it to happen.
Yes. Well, we know. Yes, we know what the FA wants.
We know exactly what the FA wants. So I don't see how City doesn't go into every game expecting 3 goals going forward.
Yeah, I hear that. What you saying, X?
Just think about Jake wearing the snot rag.
I'm not wearing it, man. It's not happening.
Ozil on it.
It's not happening.
He's losing ground on him, so I don't know.
If X is gonna love him some Thierry Henry. That's what I'm seeing at the end of the season.
No, this is his week. This is your week, X. This is it. Round 23.
I mean, you did better than me last week. 2-0 to Brentford. Okay.
2-0.
2-0 to Brentford. I like that.
Wait a minute. You said he's losing ground to him, but you just said he did better to him.
I thought he was losing ground to you.
I was.
No.
Before last week, I was.
X made up points this week.
I came within 6. I came within like 4 or 6, and then I dropped off.
X has made up points the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. I'm creeping.
On me, yeah.
X. You just got to think
trying,
about
man. I'm trying. I bet against the boys. It paid off. I mean, I'm paid off.
Well, that wasn't. I mean,
it's the Klopp retirement show.
Let's be real. Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
Let's be real. Yeah, 2-0 to City. Then, yeah, I expect a good game. I expect Brentford to give a good account of themselves. Definitely at home, but unfortunately, I don't. I'm with you, Patrick. I don't see the only teams that might have a shot at City is Anfield, and then my wildest dreams of a Arsenal point at least at the empty head. But everyone else, it's looking long day versus the death robots from Manchester.
They might
City.
put 6 past us. I'll get into that later.
We owe Chelsea some goals.
I know you do.
What are you talking about? You put 4 past them last time out.
But we gave them something they wasn't supposed to have. We owe Chelsea some goals.
This guy.
You don't. That's not. You don't want to hear that. That's bad.
That's the greatest game ever. It was literally a game of errors. I'm gonna give Chelsea credit for taking advantage of the errors, but yeah, we owe some goals.
We didn't take full advantage of it because I think we did 2 sitters.
You definitely don't want City to owe you goals. That sounds awful.
That's frightening.
It sounds awful. Well, speaking of frightening, the way Arsenal finish games has got me frightened these days.
I nail it? Like, did I explain?
Yes,
you did.
Patrick,
straight up.
Game.
We'll be up 2-0, and then we'll F around and whatever.
Game.
Yeah, man. This one just.
Do you have any nails?
I was
left?
so mad.
Yep. Do you have any nails left?
At halftime. Dude, I was so frustrated. Did you I can't repeat what I've said in the chat.
I remember reading it
during halftime because it was.
You were so mad about the way Forest were playing.
Yeah, like what kind of embarrassment? Like you're at home. This is the Premier League. I said Leicester City settings from last season. What happened to Leicester last year?
Well, if Everton wouldn't have cheated.
No, Forest are still going down. They're going down, bro. That is embarrassing. Like to literally say, okay, for 55 minutes, we're going to not do anything. They're not going to do, we're going to make sure they don't do anything, but we're not going to go past the halfway line.
No need. Don't do it.
Yeah, Chris Wood, you're not allowed. Our forward is not allowed to go past the halfway line.
It's like when coach calls cookie when you're beating a team 8-0.
Yeah, like what?
We're done. Yeah, we're done. Pass the ball.
Like I saw a heat map of their defense. There was nothing in that first half. There was nothing in Arsenal's half of the field. There was literal zero. Yeah. At one point, from like the 20th minute to the 30th minute, we had 95% possession.
Jeez.
What? They didn't even touch the ball for 10 minutes.
And how long did it take you to score?
It took us 60 minutes to score because there was no space. None to speak of at all. And, it's very frustrating that I thought Trossard should have started this game, personally. With the way we knew this low block was coming, I think that Martinelli just this season, for some reason, refuses to attack his man. When there's no space, that's how you beat a low block. That's how you create the space. 3, 4, 5 times we isolated Martinelli on the right back, and he didn't go at him. He didn't bother to take the man on. Now, on the other side, in the second half, when Saka decided he was going to take his man on, Ben White was overlapping. We had some joy. We found the space.
Right.
But like we knew this is what was coming. We know how to take on low blocks because 85% of the teams in this league do that. And this isn't like an arrogant thing or anything, but everyone's so petrified, so terrified to give Arsenal space. Like, the only teams this season that haven't done that, there's only a handful. Maybe 14, maybe 4 games I can think of where teams really tried to get in our face. Pool, City, even Chelsea at the Bridge was trying to get in our face. Y'all didn't really sit back. Even Aston Villa sat back against us. Yeah, and Spurs. Pool, City, Spurs, and Chelsea are the only teams that didn't this season sit back in that low block. Even United at the Emirates were kind of sat back a bit. It's crazy how terrified teams are to just come out and play. And as soon as Forest did, as soon as they put on my man Awani from last season, you remember that? As soon as he come on, he come on at halftime.
Oh,
He scored.
okay.
He bullied Willie Saliba 3 different times. Straight up.
That's frightening.
Straight up bullied Saliba.
That's frightening.
Okay, yes, Zinchenko should not have left the right winger the freedom of, the city ground over on the right-hand side. But that's what he does. We know he does.
You know he's going to do that.
We know that's what's happening. On Sunday, I guarantee you there's going to be a moment where whoever's playing on the right, will it be Jota? It'll probably be Jota. Just going to have the freedom of the park.
You don't want to give Jota the freedom?
No, we don't. But that's coming. That's definitely coming. At least once or twice, Zinchenko's just going to be in no man's land.
Lost puppy. Yep.
But that doesn't excuse the fact that Awani straight bullies Saliba out of the way. Just straight up stronger than you. And that's, bro, you're our lockdown center back. What's going on there? 3 different times in that game. Awani just, but, in the 60th minute, we switched on off the throw-in. Jesus, dude, I heard a rumor that they took the goal from Jesus and made it a Matt Turner own goal.
Wow.
Because it was 5-hole, straight up through his legs, but it hit his heel and redirected into the goal. So I think they're not giving it to Jesus, which is a robbery. What's it matter? You really just want to rub, Lewis was talking about rubbing salt. I mean, let's just grind Matt Turner's gears even more. Hey, not only was that an awful, awful, awful display, now you get an own goal on top of that. There you go. Have fun with that.
Good job, man.
But 3 minutes before that, we finally took on the right back. Ben White is overlapped. Odegaard's in there. So we have like 5 dudes. We have like 4 players in that space. And we were able to work it. Yes, it was intricate. Wenger style, pass the ball into the net, but Jesus has to finish. You got to Landon Donovan that one into the top of the net, buddy. I'm telling you, the one off the bar, you gotta finish. You know, you're not gonna beat Noodles in the crossbar challenge. You're not gonna beat him in the. So you that one should have been in the back of the net. But calm assist for Saka on the counterattack because they opened up space. We got the goal. They had to come out, and it opened up space for the counter. And then of course we switched off and decided to make all Arsenal fans nervous for the last 15 minutes of the game. But in the 60 minutes before that, everything but the goal, we dominated completely. Like, yeah, there was no space and it looked like we didn't create a whole lot, but they didn't do anything. They created absolutely nothing. And one thing I did want to mention that I thought was very interesting tactically that I was alerted to by the guys on AFTV, at halftime, the defensive line for Arsenal moved back a little bit and didn't press them so far forward. And that naturally, organically gave us more space because they were scrunching up together, but we didn't purposely make our own lines on top of one another. And so I think that definitely helped us to have more space. But all in all, yeah, had to have the win. 100% had to have this win. And we got 2 on the bounce, 2 wins on the bounce going into the Liverpool game. No, it wasn't quite as sensational or quite as big of a boost as what happened at Anfield. But I'm happy we got the win going into the weekend. And speaking of, we've come to it. We've come to it, gents. An absolute mauling at Anfield. Just lost for words. You want to blame the referees because I love blaming referees.
It's 4-3, bro. This game's 4-3. This game's 4-4 if my man can finish a goal. It's
I mean, if Nunez can finish the goal, it's 8-4.
It's 8-4, yeah. I mean, that's right. Bro, you want to blame the referees. It's just you shouldn't leave it up to them. We had multiple chances where it wouldn't have mattered. It would not have mattered. We could have put them to bed before they scored on us. Like, point blank. We don't finish chances. We're gifted chances. We're given these chances. We work hard for these chances. We have these guys running, make their runs, hit the passes, be where they're supposed to be, and we just don't finish. It's every week with this. It's rinse, repeat. No one can put the ball in the back of the net. No one wants to even take the shot, really. They're all so nervous or scared or worried about missing. Like, take your chances. And they don't. They just don't. And this is how you get ran over. They know we're not going to take our chances. They know we're going to get down in their face because that's our play style. We're going to be in their third and do nothing about it. So how do you punish Chelsea? You leave him on the wing. You wait for Chile to crash the box. Now you have 3 offenders against an old and against guys who shouldn't even be playing in their positions. You have a right back who's not playing right back. You have a left back who doesn't know how to track back. So, yeah, you have prime offenders. Like, Liverpool can field 7 of them. We're going to get punished. And that's exactly what happened. Bro, we are Liverpool. Like, you talk about how the typing in Pokemon's all different. Like, Liverpool's play style to our play style, we're going to get punished.
Fire versus grass.
It is fire versus grass. It is. Because we're already down their field. No one's tracking back. We don't have the manpower to withhold a counter. No one marks back post on anything. Give it a cross. Give it open play. God forbid it's a set piece. No one marks back post. How you win on Chelsea is exactly how Liverpool did it.
That's the greatest Chelsea mystery I'll never understand. Y'all haven't marked the back post in 3 seasons.
No.
Like, you had no chance to defend against their counter because you gave the ball away in your own third. A lot.
Well, I was about to say again and again and again and again.
So much. I remember texting to the group. I was like, y'all got to stop. Y'all got to stop doing that. Y'all got to stop giving the ball away. I mean,
I remember when the first goal happened, the announcer said it was a matter of time. I was like, yeah, it was. Because of that. We just kept giving them the ball in an offensive position anyway. They're going to score.
how much of it was Poch's tactics? Because it felt like you were trying to play through Caicedo when you were trying to play out, but there was no one close to him. There were 3 Liverpool players close to him most of the time.
Yep.
But
well, Klopp knew. It's almost like Klopp. It's almost. I discredit the man. I discredit the personnel in position. I don't discredit the tactics. I think Klopp knew that that's what was coming, and knew exactly what to do. Again, put 3 dudes around Caicedo, make him make the long pass, a long shot. You cover more grass, the more opportunity the passes to either slow down, get intercepted, have a bad touch because you send it too fast. That's what you want Caicedo to do, because Caicedo is not going to beam those balls exactly the way he needs to. He's not that type of player. He's not going to hit that dime pass every time. So, make him hit it long. Make Caicedo hit it long. And you will get the second ball or the interception or the misplaced pass to immediately put it back in our face. And then it kills our game plan, because we want our wide backs to get forward. And if they can't get forward, there's no outlet. And then now we're just choked, which is exactly what happened in the beginning, probably for the good 50, 60 minutes in this Liverpool game.
Well, I mean, speaking of, getting forward, Chile did more diving than anything else, honestly, and then gets hooked at halftime. Like, it must be said, that was some shameless stuff. But I guess he just thought that Paul Tierney has already gone off the rails. So maybe, maybe he's going to give this, because he's not calling anything correctly anyway. So I might be able to get one over on him. Right. I mean, it cannot be understated, I think, how much Caicedo's early yellow affected his play in the middle. What was that, 17th minute, 15th minute or something? He makes a beautiful,
or the 20th, yeah.
A beautiful, legal, perfectly good challenge that Van Dijk or someone had made not 30 seconds before, and they didn't call it against Liverpool. Like, I'm not saying this because I wanted Chelsea to win, but he was clear. The bias was clear. It just straight up. Not even talking about in general. We can get into the penalties. The Caicedo one. It just in general, it was clear bias for the Klopp retirement tour, as Patrick has dubbed it.
Yeah. It was hard to watch. And the 4th goal, I felt like, was added to insult. Like Patrick kind of said it before we hopped on. After they didn't give us the second one, it was fine. Now we're mad. Now we're going to play mad. Now we're going to kick everything that moves. We're going to draw fouls. We're going to just bully you off a ball. We know it's illegal. We don't care. If that's the way today is going to be, then we're just going to be physical about it. Just give us our sword and shield.
You want to tell us about your favorite referee, Patrick? Is it still Anthony Taylor, or has Paul Tierney, has he vaulted into first place here for you?
Well, first, I want to quote a great Chelsea man and say, if I speak, I'm in trouble. No, okay, so I will start with my issues with Pochettino, and then we'll go to Paul Tierney. Yep. And it's not just this game. So, if you keep playing central backs as outside backs, you're going to continue to lose games.
Well, he didn't start there. He didn't start Badiashile at left back.
I know.
He came in at halftime.
Okay, I understand why he put Disasi there. I mean, he's Fox in the box. We want to get him forward. But no, okay, so here's the thing, right? Let's start with the beginning of the game. So we play a false 9, right? Palmer is a false 9. Palmer keeps coming back to get the ball. So Enzo reverts into the false nine. Got no problem with that. What I got a problem with is when Conor Gallagher is your highest man up the field. Like, bro, you need to be breaking up attacks. You don't need to be trying to score. Like, you want to stay at this club, play your role. Your role is to provide energy. Your role is to stop it through the midfield. As a result, because he was playing so far forward, he was leaving Caicedo out to dry. Completely out to dry. And so Liverpool just clogged the midfield, which we fully expected because of how many attackers they have.
Right.
And Caicedo had nothing to do.
Yep.
So the tactics alone, terrible.
Yep.
Now, I understand now why Broja did not play. He's on his way to Fulham on a loan.
Yeah, he's packing his bags.
We got $4 million for him. So, yeah. Good job, whoever's in charge of that now. And I think they've got I think it's a $30 million deal or £30 million deal if they end up signing him. So, cool. Awesome.
And, Patrick, this isn't like I have a special place for Connor. I defend Connor a lot. I think it's the deployment of I don't think it's Connor's lack of in-game knowledge to do so. I think we've seen him be the one who is pressing the keeper.
But he wasn't pressing the keeper. That's
well,
the
no,
thing.
I'm saying no. That's what I'm saying is that's how far forward this man is deployed in Pochettino's system is for him to be on that outside of that box the majority of the game and or beyond in between those semicircles the majority of the game. It just so happened. I don't think we should play this. It's the false nine. Every time we play it, I always get worried because we get sucked. Our wings can't get forward. We get clogged in the middle because our guys aren't technical enough to hold and play tiki-taka. And none of them are. I don't trust Enzo to do it. I don't trust Caicedo to do it. And I definitely don't trust Connor to do it. So
what you're saying is you miss Nico Jackson.
What I'm saying is no, I do not. Well, he's back now. He's back. No, what I'm honestly saying is when you put Nkunku in and he's healthy and he can draw the attacking forward, it completely changes the trajectory of not only this game but of the team and how each player's deployment then works inside this full court press that Pochettino's trying to deploy 24/7 in the game.
He didn't even have the ball down there that much, though. It was in your own half most of the time.
Right. So, okay, I'll go with that.
What Patrick was saying is too clogged because he left Caicedo out. Everyone left Caicedo out to dry. There was no deployment forward. So no one knew what to do from midfield forward because that's not usually what happens in our games. When you hit that ball, it's...
Okay, so I'll go with that. But don't tell me that you're going to go full-on press with Raheem Sterling out on a wing.
I agree, man. Hey, I agree.
I'm sorry. That is a failure by the manager.
The manager.
Listen, I understand that Mudryk is Mudryk. I love the guy. I really do. Maybe I'm a little biased, but I absolutely love the guy. He's at least going to press. Yeah. He's at least going to give them some trouble. When you bring him on when we're down 2-0, he's just worried about getting upfield, and he'll leave someone, out to dry, which is why I didn't understand why which I know he was on a yellow, but he's a professional. He's not going to get another one. He doesn't have to get as far forward in terms of Chile. So I didn't understand why you moved Badiashile to left back. And then instead of just saying, okay, we're going to keep Disasi at right back and go Thiago, Badiashile, and bring on Gusto. If you're going to take Chile off, you need to bring on Gusto to play on the left. He has shown that he can play on the left. And this is where I get so frustrated with Pochettino because we make stupid mistakes. There's no question about it. Right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to. Yeah.
But we're set up to fail by him.
Yep.
We are consistently set up to fail by him. So it's almost like when we win, it's in spite of him. I gave him credit for his tactics against Arsenal, but once Arteta started making some moves, Pochettino didn't know how to respond.
In-game management, right? He lacks complete the biggest hole in Pochettino's entire managerial career. In-game management.
Well, he made changes during the game. 3 subs at halftime. I mean, he did something. He didn't just leave it. I guess that's kind of positive.
When you get the starting lineup wrong, your in-game management's going to fail as well because then you have to yell at the guys.
You're playing catch up.
You're playing catch up right from minute 1.
Hey, and Nkunku seemed to work. Seemed to give you something.
He did.
Is he fit enough to start, or is he not fit enough to start? And that's why he didn't
start. I don't think so.
I think he will be this weekend.
You think? Okay.
Yeah.
I think the first. I don't know, man.
What about Madueke? Did nothing.
No.
Yeah, he was useless. Which
and Betty Shields had a shocker.
Yeah,
he does not.
Had an absolute shocker.
You put him on an island, you can't expect him to survive. Like,
I mean, that second goal though, just I think it was their third goal. He just like a cone, like a statue.
Yeah,
just gets run right past. Doesn't even put in a challenge. I mean, that was shocking. Like I thought.
I was a little surprised how he got bullied by Jota. Truthfully,
yeah, dude's 5 foot nothing. He's tiny.
And I get, center of gravity, blah blah blah. You're still bigger. You should be able to shrug him off.
Just bully him off.
What about Silva and Disasi for the first goal? I mean, just like FIFA settings where it like glitches through the guy. Looking like Theo Walcott was tripped and stood up and dribbled through it. Like,
I felt bad for Silva here because this is how Silva gets scored on. It's like that's unfortunate.
Well, do you think that they both pulled off because they didn't want to foul him? Didn't want to give up a penalty?
Probably.
Yeah.
Even though it was kind of iffy, it was on the edge of the box. Yeah, I don't know.
Silva, I mean, you know me, I'm gonna always side on the Silva's pulling up from this because Silva doesn't draw contact these days, man. Silva's not bullying the challenges these days.
He already saw the water. He knew Tierney was gonna give a pin.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, that's a card wait."
I'm getting red here. If I even blow on him, it's over.
Right.
Yeah, but it's how do you bounce back? How do you?
Let me move to my next segment.
Yeah.
Paul Tierney is the worst official outside of Anthony Taylor.
You, sir.
I am sorry, and I'm not just taking the Chelsea game, even though the Chelsea game was terrible. Listen, I think it's a penalty. I think it's a penalty, on Van Dijk just because it's a clumsy challenge. Like he makes
both
contact with him. And then on the second one, that's a clear, no questions asked penalty.
And a card.
And a card.
Van Dijk should be out of this game if you really want to get into this. The first one draws a card. The second one draws another card. Now he's gone. Now the game's completely changed. Don't get me. I'm
But, okay, so...
Because Caicedo's the card.
Exactly. And I think that VAR is like, well, Tierney didn't see it, so we don't worry about it, so we're not gonna overturn it. And that's when I want to hear these from the PGMOL, these voice recordings, because you could not tell me that you look at what Van Dijk does, at least on the second one, and can't say, oh, well, that should be a penalty. You can't tell me that.
The second one is the exact same thing that happened to Jota, and they gave that penalty.
Exactly.
It wasn't apples to apples. Nothing we did. Nothing was apples to apples in this game. If we did it, it was wrong. If they did it, let it slide.
The first one, I think Connor goes down theatrically, And even though it probably should still be a penalty, I think that because Connor goes down so theatrically, and we know he has, I'm sure the referees probably think he's got like a reputation for diving as well, a little bit. So
Connor's not going to hit the shot anyway, so it's like the only choice.
I mean, if he doesn't, maybe he gets the call. Maybe he gets the call.
Not one week ago, Sterling leaves his foot in the challenge, the clear foul. It's by the book a penalty, and sells it down the river like he's been shot. It's still a penalty.
I mean, the second one is stonewall for me. There's no
stonewall penalty.
There's nothing. The first one I can argue.
I can, like I said, the first one, I could see why you're like, you know what, he went down a little easy, blah, 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 whatever. Second one, no question. No question whatsoever.
Yeah, there is no discussion. It's
like, but Paul Tierney, he looked away on anything that Liverpool did completely. Like, you can't tell me that the outside back is going to run with the central attacker instead of trying to get outside. Like, he's wide open because the outside back gets pulled down.
Yeah, had me wondering if Liverpool puts little phoenixes on their little brown envelopes that they hand to the referees.
I mean, Chelsea played poorly. I have no problem admitting that. A lot of that was tactically. A lot of it was lineup.
We deserved our draw, man. That's all we're trying to say. We deserved our draw. We wanted our draw.
But my point is,
did you?
Nunes
I don't know about that.
Bar 5 times. They don't deserve to win. That's
hey, he's the crossbar challenge king.
He is.
You really can't handle him.
But here's my issue, right? And I saw it on Twitter and I saw it on Instagram. People wanted to say, well, Chelsea didn't play well enough to get those calls. And I disagree completely. I disagree 100%. Because a team plays poorly, it's okay to just let the rule book go out the door. So, unless it's an absolutely 100% dangerous challenge, you're not going to throw a card. I mean, do you remember when Slobosai got fouled for a free kick by Chile?
Yeah, I mean, there were a number of ones. You
remember that, right?
Sure.
Little bitty tug. He didn't even, it was nothing. It's just our players get pushed down. Our players get pulled back. Play on. It's all good.
We're at Anfield.
It looked like,
Stop and give them a free kick
that's all
from right outside the box.
Yep. Why not?
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell me
it was bad, man.
That there's not something there.
It was rough.
That happened in that game. Again, Chelsea can play poorly, but all I'm asking is for some consistency here. And he did it again today. Onana takes out an attacker as he's heading the ball. Like, he doesn't even come close to the ball. The attacker heads the ball. Onana clears him out. There was a 10-second check. Paul Tierney, the VAR ref, said, no foul.
Onana has a free pass against Wolves, though. We've already seen that.
But my point is,
that was poetic justice. Not to.
Why?
For the penalty. I mean, even that penalty is another exhibition of Paul Tierney's ineptitude.
Yes.
Because it's the same as the Jota one. It's the same as the Nkunku one. But apparently he just picks and chooses when he's going to call him. Whatever he's going with.
Taylor, he's going to screw you eventually, but he's going to keep it look like a little bit, even.
Well, now you just have to. Now you just have to expect the same from Tierney. You just got to expect the same from Tierney at this point, But the Klopp retirement tour has begun. Absolutely has. But Chelsea definitely need to bounce back. What are we saying? Stamford Bridge, the Wandering, Wolverhampton Wolves that wander and are wolves, and they like to wanderers will be wandering over to Stamford Bridge.
2-1.
2-1 for the Wolves. No bounce back.
I will be there for this game. I will kick you. I will kick you.
Oh my goodness, 2-1 to the Blues. He says.
That's what I went with too. I think we see Nkunku. We get Jackson back. Do I think Jackson is a huge impact? No, but it does keep us from playing the false nine.
Yep.
I mean, the only time we've seen Nkunku in that kind of creative 10 role where Palmer's been playing, if that's, if you say Nico's going to be back and you assume that's what's going to happen, I was not impressed.
Well, it was weird, that game. What game was that? It was at home.
Was it not the Middlesbrough loss?
No, maybe it was
the Borough loss.
I don't think he played against Middlesbrough.
Or was it the next game?
It was.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
And he was totally absent. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. I mean,
you think that's what you're gonna do? You think that's what he'll do against Wolves?
No, I think if Nkunku starts, it'll be out on the right. He replaces. It's just a drop in for Sterling. Immediate drop in for Sterling.
I mean, someone's going to have to help out with Neto. Whoever your left forward is going to have to get back and help. Whoever, even whether Chile, definitely if it's Badia Shield, definitely if it's Colwell, you're going to need somebody to help out.
Billy Colwell.
Because Neto is on fire.
Well, I mean, the back line,
Pedro Neto.
Yeah, if Nkunku starts, it'll Palmer, Nkunku.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if Nkunku leaves homie out to dry, it could be bad news Bears.
No, what I think will happen, and this is where we'll get in serious trouble, is either we play Colwell and he gets beat that way, or we play Chile and Chile gets too far forward and leaves either Thiago or Badia Shield out to dry.
Oh, yeah, that is what will happen. Chile will start. If Chile's healthy, Chile starts. He's co-captain of the squad. He's not starting it.
I'm not Poch and I'm not Premier League manager, but I think it's playing that wing, that three center backs and the wing back system, supposing Gusto starts on the other side, would not be great. Would not be great against Wolves.
No, because they'll punish you on a counterattack.
Oh yeah, just like they did today in that Barnstormer.
Yeah.
In the Barnstormer, because for some reason in the 95th minute, winning the game, Manchester United had a full press on and decided to put everyone forward.
That's Ten Hag, baby. Ten Hag. He goes from playing counterattack to being up and putting on a full-on press.
and they, yeah. I mean, I think the scoreline for Wolves today flatters Wolves. As much as I hate Man United and want to drag them through the mud, this was one of their better performances.
Yeah.
So
Rashford got on the score sheet.
He must, after the craziness of the week, after the, not showing up and all the BS and the ill discipline and blah, blah, blah. Ten Hag said, hey, we'll deal with it internally. They find him, done deal. He's back on the pitch and actually puts in a performance. I was talking to Brian about it, and he made a really good point that when Rashford wants to show up and play, there he is, pops up with a goal, puts in the shift, does some work, has a good game. And it felt weird when he got hooked. It felt weird that they took him off, but again, who knows what Ten Hag's up to. It was a tough one for Wolves, but I always felt like they were in it. And not because they played great, but because United were doing weird stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what they do. But, I think this will be a tricky one, man. This will be a tricky one. I've said 2-2. Yeah.
I mean, it keeps us ahead of them on the table. at least.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a tough game. What you saying, Lewis?
I'm looking at the stuff, and Chelsea doesn't, outside of this Liverpool anomaly, they don't concede a ton of goals. And so just looking at Wolves, like, have every other game where they like give you the minimum. So that means if the pattern holds, this next game they should give you next to nothing. And the last two results, Wolves won. They won 2-1 and they won 1-0. And then Chelsea won the one before that. I'm being honest. I want to pick Chelsea in this one, but I don't see a Chelsea win. I don't. I don't think they're going to lose, but I don't think it's a Chelsea win. I think it's a 1-1 draw.
1-1.
Yeah, I want to see them win, but I don't go with heart picks.
Any thoughts on the Liverpool result, on the Chelsea Liverpool match?
I will find you.
I watched the game and my mouth was like this most of the game because I don't know what they're doing at Chelsea, man. I really feel like
neither do we, man. You're good. Like, welcome to the club.
And the thing about it is that I get the referee thing because I agree because I fully expect Tierney to get the City Liverpool game now. Fully expect it now.
Yeah.
Fully expect them to get this because it's at Anfield, so I fully expect that to happen. But they keep changing so much, and they're so young that the manager is literally causing these to stunt the growth of these guys. And I almost wish that they had a manager like Jose to just be like, I only want the old guys that know what they're doing, and you young guys go wherever, and then we'll just sit here and we'll counter, and that's what we'll do.
Oh man, I wish we would have lost in the cup. Like honestly, I would give the final. I would give being in the finals.
Oh, so Poch would give
being in the finals. So we'd hire because my man left right. Like the timeline would have matched perfectly had Posh not converted.
Yeah, but Jose come out and said he wants another shot at Old Trafford.
Yeah, but if Chelsea
Chelsea ain't falling, bro. Jose's coming right back. I honestly think he's
once a blue, eh?
I think he's gonna probably end up at Barca.
No, he's a Madrid man.
He's a Madrid guy. No.
I can hear you because everything has been so unpredictable about everything that's going on. Like
he don't have allegiance to that. He was a Chelsea man and he went to Madrid. He went to Manchester. He don't care. He does not care.
And Spurs.
All that man sees is trophies. Can I win a trophy there? I'll go there. That's all he sees.
Well, not at no, because this is the history of the Tottenham. The history of the Tottenham. Yeah, of course. But
I was looking at referee assignments. We get Tim Robinson. But Simon Hooper is the bar.
That's gross.
That is gross.
That's not gonna be good.
Good old Paul Tierney is doing Sheffield United Aston Villa.
Well, good.
I think
good that he's nowhere near the Arsenal Liverpool game. That's probably Anthony Taylor.
Anthony Taylor.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, we get Anthony Taylor, of course.
I looked at that one.
I hate the FA refs, man. I agree with using UEFA refs. Bring in UEFA refs to ref our league.
Something.
Well, AFCON. If there's anything other than an offside, if it goes to VAR, the official on the field actually has to go review it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So the official can look at it and say, "Oh, I was wrong. Let me change it."
Well,
instead of just listening to Paul Tierney up in the booth.
Isn't it next season they're giving? Go ahead. I was saying, isn't next season they're giving the explanations that the
NFL style? Yeah, I saw that too.
Now giving the explanation behind the VAR to the fans live, like, "Hey, we decided this wasn't because XYZ. Move on, play on," or we decided. Now they're going to give they're going to NFL style give an explanation if the play is reviewed. But I think the refs should be just on a 3 or 4 year rotation. Every 2 to 3 years, you rotate them out the league, and you just have the Bundesliga comes to the Prem goes to Spain goes to France goes to Italy, and just bounce them through the UEFA just the way they would with the tournament.
Yeah, I don't know.
England is not going to allow that.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say.
Let Liverpool win 4-1. So yeah, they're not going to allow that. I get it. It's the FA's
Can
game.
You imagine
man.
Michael Oliver in Spain?
Oh my God, dude.
Brazil. Let's see how well they ref in. That's all.
They wouldn't come back.
Paul Tierney goes to Italy and deals with ultras.
They wouldn't come back.
No.
Oh my God. What were you about to say a minute ago, Lewis?
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, I like what you guys were talking about, how the officials work in AFCON, but I mean, the Premier League had the chance to use the technology where the computer would just show you it's offsides just from and they was like, nah, we want that.
We want to draw the line so that we can.
Yeah, I was about to say
blur the lines.
Screen so all they can see is the stick figures and lines, and that's all.
Nah, we're good. No, we don't want to do that.
They don't know.
I think Arsene Wenger might have been on that Liverpool Spurs game just to make sure Liverpool didn't get the Invincibles. You know what I'm saying? He might have been in the background. We just, we just want to make sure no one gets invincible. And then we're good. Then he disappears back into the ether.
He's standing at the door to the VAR room with his arms
not being able to get his jacket zipped up.
And they know the whole time he's like, oh man, if we
just make sure everyone loses at some point in the season, and we're good as long as no one goes invincible.
I will send you to the world so fast.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of awful refereeing, Arsenal get Anthony Taylor, as you've said, and hopefully he won't influence this absolute massive game at the top.
6 points.
You remember he had y'all versus City, and he didn't call that foul on Kova because he didn't want to affect the result of the outcome of the game.
Don't remind me.
This is a Liverpool win written all over.
Whoa. Calma with that.
Retirement tour. Get used to
all
it.
Stop it. Stop it. No.
Game from now to the end.
You know what? For that, X. Yep, you're demoted to the bottom, back to the bottom. For that, yeah, that's how I feel about that. No, I think it's a must win. Absolutely, regardless of the referee, regardless of the Klopp retirement tour stuff. Yes, we're up against it, but I mean, we're back 5 points. We cannot go back 8 points.
No, you'll never touch them.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Win, and we're still in it. Draw, and it's like
City can upset some dreams.
Yeah, well, City are going to upset dreams. That's what they do.
But if I'm a City fan, I would be actually pulling for a draw.
Yep.
Because they have enough games that if they beat Liverpool straight up and they do what they do, they're winning the league.
I can already hear it, Lewis. You don't even have to say it. I can already hear you. He don't care. He don't care because they're gonna win. Because City win their games, and no, they're the only team that doesn't give two craps about what other teams are doing. Pep doesn't care what other teams are doing. They don't care because they're gonna come in and smash, and it doesn't matter.
I miss those days just banking on a 1-0. Like, oh, I'm not going to watch this week.
Well, to hear Patrick tell it, they're going to score 3 goals in every game.
Oh, they are going to score 3 goals in every game.
So they're good. Yeah. City are good. They're going to cruise to the title.
3 goals a game.
We're also going to score 3 goals.
They're going to cruise to the title. They're good. They're not worried about Arsenal. They're not worried about. They might get a draw. They might be worried about a draw at Anfield. Other than that, they're not worried.
Man, what is going on? I thought
they started this. They started it. They did it.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
Where are you guys at?
I'm demoted down here.
I didn't say anything.
They started this crap. No. Look, City ain't worried about the result of this game. But if Arsenal do not win, it's over.
Oh yeah.
No title, no bigger fish. Just small fish. Lots of small fish. But I think, even though I'm nervous, I'm definitely pumped. This game is going to be absolutely fantastic. I think just based on what's gone before this season, that Arteta is going to approach it just like he approached the City game. I think Kai Havertz is coming back into the team, as much as that makes me vomit. For some reason, Arteta thinks that Havertz's height makes him, good at winning balls in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a new one.
No, that's why. That's part of why he bought him. And so because Arteta knows that, like Chelsea didn't take into account, sometimes when a team presses like Liverpool does, you're just going to have to knock it long. Sometimes you're not going to be able to play out of the back when they press like absolute animals for 90 minutes. Sometimes you're just going to have to relieve the pressure, knock one long, and win a second ball.
Bang it long.
And win a second ball.
Comes onto it, yeah. That's it.
And so Havertz is going to win these headers. I'm not convinced, but I am convinced that this is what Arteta is thinking, right? And so it will be Havertz in there with Rice and Odegaard. Even if Partey is kind of fit, you can't bring him on here. You can't throw him into this game. That's not something. And I don't even think he'll be fit. But even if he was, I don't want to see him.
You're starting the game playing 10 men if you do that, man.
Absolutely. I also think that it'll be Martinelli. It will not be Trossard, despite the fact that Martinelli had a little bit of a shocker, and Trossard came in. And the very first thing Trossard did 13 seconds in to Trossard being on the field, he takes on 3 guys and rips a shot. Okay, it hit the Spurs fan in C19.
It's positive.
But he took his man on and got a shot off.
I hate negative play in offense, man. Yeah, it's positive.
I would advocate for a Trossard start just because every single time he's been called on, he's put in a shift. He's put in a performance. I don't see it happening. I definitely think it'll be Martinelli, and they must stress to him, attack the space in behind Trent. And if Trent doesn't start and the new wonder kid, Connor Bradley's he has one game, gets an assist, and scores a goal, and he's the greatest thing ever. Yeah, he's the best right back there's ever been. He's coming through, Liverpool legend in the making.
I hope he gets wrecked.
Whoever's there, the way they play, there's going to be space in behind them.
You can't give either one of them boys space. You can't give Martinelli space. You can't give Trossard space because they're going to convert or assist.
If he attacks the space?
Well, if Martinelli attacks.
If Martinelli decides to attack the space?
But me and you've already said it this way as well. I like Martinelli on fresh legs rather than Trossard.
It's a big game. The fact that this is like a big game, Arteta's wants to go strongest team he's got.
From the night, yeah.
I mean, if you look at the game last season at the Emirates, it was just rock and roll back and forth. We played their game.
It's going to be basketball. This is going to be...
I don't think Arteta wants that, though.
It's going to be that. I don't know if either manager wants that.
I mean, who knows? If
Because if that space is there and you both are trying to utilize it, because Zinchenko...
Well, Klopp wants that.
Well, because Zinchenko is going to get caught with the same space. It's the same...
Klopp wants the rock and roll basketball back and forth. He wants us to be a game full of space. But, City press like animals as well. And when we played them at home, we constricted all the space. We made our formation super bunched up, so there was no space. and we tried to control the ball and control the game. And I expect that initially that's what we're going to want to do is try to play through the press. And I'm hoping and praying that when we do pass through that first line of press, that we don't then pull up and pass the ball back and then it's, a game of territory. Because I agree. What have I always said? To beat the best teams, you got to punch them right in the mouth. To beat City, you just got to go punch for punch. And to beat Liverpool this season, to beat Klopp, that's the game that Klopp wants to play, is just, round for round, punch for punch, back and forth. Let's see who scores more goals. That's pretty much where Klopp is,
Yeah. That's
and
how Klopp pulls a hammy. Yeah.
And so, that's how Klopp pulls a hammy. Exactly. We got to come out throwing haymakers. Because they're that first 10 minutes, dude.
If you convert on the initial chances you get early, it changes. Like, the face of the game changes so much tactically, especially at that level.
Well, maybe not in this game, though, because even if we score, we're not going to sit back.
No, you don't want to, right.
And if they score, they're not going to sit back. They don't ever sit back.
No, they won't, right.
So I expect this to be,
And I think it's going to be ping pong, bro. Just bad.
I do as well. Because if you look at the first game at Anfield, we controlled it for about 30 minutes. From minute 10, we weathered the storm, and then from about minute 10 to about minute 40, we played well and kind of played our game and controlled it well. But when they realized, that we weren't actually going to, crazy press and put them on them and really try to ram it down their throat, they, definitely got on top and were the better team for a while, And so I think that's what going to be our approach again, because it was kind of the same when we lost in the FA Cup. We just didn't finish our chances. Yep. And that's going to be the crux of this particular matchup. If Arsenal can finish their chances, we'll win this game. Because Liverpool are going to finish. Jota's on absolute fire. The man's a killer. Probably the best finisher on that pitch on Sunday. And I expect Liverpool to score. We just have to score more. And they need to let me in the locker room before the game. I'll give a win-1 for the Gipper.
Need to score more. So what are you saying?
3-2.
3-2.
3-2. Come on, you Gunners. Let's go. 3-2 heart pick.
That's a game.
We're gonna do it. It's gonna be a barnstormer. I think it's gonna be lots of me yelling, lots of me being off on my seat.
Yeah.
The neutral's gonna absolutely love this game.
Absolutely love it. Yep.
It's gonna be fantastic. Odegaard's finally gonna show up. I got our front three: Saka, Martinelli, Jesus on the score sheet. Here's a fun fact: Jesus, in 60 games where he's scored, hasn't lost even once.
If he scores, you win.
If Jesus scores, he does not lose.
Yeah.
Hasn't happened ever in his career. When he scores, his team wins the game 60 times.
It's sort of like when Mikel came on for Chelsea, it was game over.
Lights out.
Lockdown.
You're not scoring this game. Sorry, bud. We got our goal. Now our boy's coming on. Now
and it's over.
Now you're locked in at 0.
I don't know what it is. When Jesus is on the score sheet, he's just...
Maybe he inspires confidence for everybody else because he finally scores a goal.
Because he finally scores, yeah. So Jesus in the 3rd minute, and everyone gets confidence.
There you go. You're not saying that your best goal scorer is not going to score?
Yeah, Saka, Jesus, Martinelli, all on the score sheet.
You're
talking about Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Yeah. Hey, I love it. I love it, Gabrielle. We'll take a 4-0. Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you would.
You could get like that, though. Like, jeez. I think it could be more than that.
What, Arsenal are going to win by more than 4 goals? I like where your head's at.
I'm saying each team, I don't think a 3-2. I think it could be like 4-3.
Another 4-4 classic.
4-4 classic.
Andy Carroll status.
Just absolutely. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just because I just got slapped in the face by these guys, and I just see Liverpool winning this game.
Yeah, you know what? You're muted for that one. You're going on mute for that prediction.
League, I will go 3-2 Liverpool.
Oh man, look, no faith. You've seen that meme. You've seen that meme with what's his face where he's like, dude, they ain't believing us, fam. What's that dude's name? DJ Khalid. It's DJ Khalid. He's like, yo, I can't believe they ain't believing us, fam. Yeah, man. We're going all the way.
I've seen the Klopp retirement tour firsthand.
It is a real thing.
It's a real thing, man.
Have to deal with it.
This game will prove. Honestly, this is.
I'm used to it, man. I'm used to. There's a conspiracy against Arsenal anyway, so I'm used to it.
Because you went invincible. It's just you're not allowed to do anything else.
They automatically want to keep Arsenal in 4th perpetually, so it's fine.
Hey, we're back to Wenger status, baby. 4th place trophy, baby. Let's go.
We'll have like a new signing happen again.
Yeah.
You know?
Like one. Yeah, we'll sign Broya or something from Fulham.
Yeah. Exactly.
Another Chelsea reject.
No, like a new signing was because you were so injured that you were getting people back after like 6 months. So it was like, it's like having a new signing.
When Emmy comes in, hey, we got an $80 million signing. Woo!
Oh man, yo, Nico Jackson's gonna be an Arsenal player in 6 years.
Track it.
Yeah,
you heard it here first.
I can see it. He's calling his shot, and it's not out of the ordinary.
Oh my god! I mean, knowing the Crunkies, but yeah, man,
it's gonna be Connor. That's who
it's gonna be. Connor Gallagher. Oh my god! Hey, I'd take him over Havertz.
I would take Connor over Havertz.
Of course you would. Everybody would.
I'll tell you that right now. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely think Havertz will play. It'll be Odegaard. It'll be Rice, and then all the usual suspects. Should be a good one. I'm excited. I'm pumped. I'm nervous. Because after watching you guys get destroyed, demolished, mauled, Arsenal have been on the end of some of those over the years, especially at the hands of this particular opposition. I was talking to Bradley. He unfortunately is not going to be able to make it. And I was like, oh, Salah's not going to be there. And he's like, yeah, that's bad for Arsenal because Jota will be playing. Dude's a menace. Dude's an absolute menace. He's going to score.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be on the score sheet.
Yep. He's going to put one away.
Yeah. What you saying, Lewis?
So I've been staring at statistics to pick because I was going to pick. I'm just letting you know I was going to pick 3-2 Arsenal based on this. So the last 5 matches of Arsenal and Liverpool are Liverpool 2-0 at the Arsenal 3-2 at home, Liverpool Arsenal draw away, Arsenal away. Now Arsenal at home lost to Liverpool, so if form holds, they should win 3-2. But then I cursed myself because I was like, well, let me see the other matches. And then when I looked at the other matches, it didn't look good for you from the rest of that point. And it ruined my prediction because
you don't need to go back farther than that.
I shouldn't have.
You don't need to go back farther than that.
Because then the next thing I saw was Arsenal's ranked 4 in goals and Liverpool the second. Arsenal have kept the most clean sheets in the competition, and Liverpool have kept the most clean sheets in the competition, both with 8. And the only stat that's different is that you're pretty good away. You're pretty good at home. And so I wanted to pick Arsenal 3-2 because that's what the cards were saying, but I can't do it because of that. Because I clicked and I saw, and now it's ruined me. So and Patrick called it that a draw would suit me because I really don't care who wins. And I'm actually, yes, you are correct. I don't care who wins. But I do think because Arsenal will be up for it, I think it'll be a 3-3 draw.
Ooh.
I agree with X. I think there will be goals. And I think they're going to be running everywhere. And in the Klopp retirement tour where he waves hands and kisses babies and smiles at them, I think this one will be one where in London they're gonna be something. I just think Arsenal's better than Liverpool's last competition, no disrespect. And so I think some of the guys will, step up, and I think Arsenal will match them. I think Odegaard will play better. I think Rice is actually going to have a really good game in this one.
He's going to have to.
Yes, he is. But I think it's a 3-3 draw, even though I'm being honest, I did initially go with a 3-2 Arsenal win.
Yeah, you're getting muted for changing that too. Oh, yeah. That's what happens when an Arsenal fan hosts the show. What you saying, Patrick?
So yes, Klopp retirement tour is always in play. I think back to the match y'all had at Liverpool, and you kind of got away with one, but I mean for sure. But they don't have Salah, and I get what Bradley's saying about there's Jota out there, and I get it, I do. But Salah is such a big piece that I don't think Jota can fill it, right? So
they scored like 20 goals without him or something, though.
I know, but I'm just saying in the way they play, in terms of when they needed a goal against you, Salah's going to get it, right? I'm not saying that Liverpool's not going to score because that would be just dumb by me. I do think, though, that the battle in the midfield decides this for sure. I think if I'm Liverpool, I avoid the midfield completely. I'm playing balls over the top. I'm, getting down the wings, but I'm not going central. It's just not going to happen. Even though McAllister was really good against Chelsea, it's different. Totally different ball game. I don't trust Raya still. I'm sorry. I can't. It's hard. Allison, he's good for one gaff a game, I feel like. Which, not to bring this back up, but on the Connor foul, he is sliding in for a tackle on him. Just saying. So that was one of those, like, what are you doing, Allison? What's your whole mindset there?
Hey, I'm looking forward to a gaff at the weekend.
I know. So I fully expect there to be a gaff. I really do. I think they'll be a little bit stronger defensively. And without the gaff, it probably would be like a 1-0. I'm going to go 2-0 Pool just because they're riding momentum for one. They already just won at Arsenal.
Scandalous.
3 weeks ago? Was it
different circumstances, sir. Completely different, sir.
Okay. All right. Didn't y'all play it like a full squad?
Sort of, yes. Hey, Reece Nelson started.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
But no, I think.
And then it was everyone else, but yeah.
Yeah, I think Jota finds a way to get on the score sheet. Nunez, he gets the winner.
But Arsenal doesn't get any goals. We don't score.
2-1. I said 2-1.
Oh, I thought you said 2-0.
No, I said if I didn't expect a gaff by Allison, I would say 1-0. But they're gonna have to make up for it, so I expect it to be 2-1.
They ain't believing us, fam. No one believes in us.
No one believes.
Again, I would believe in you if it wasn't the Klopp retirement tour. Like, it is going to be a thing.
Hey, we're spoiling the party, baby. We're coming to spoil parties.
This is what they're going to do, okay?
Honestly,
this is what they're going to
my
do.
heart of hearts, I really do want y'all guys to win. I really do. I really want it to be a 3-2
seriously.
Arsenal. I really do.
But this is what they're going to do.
I'm not wearing some ugly Potter. I don't know what you have in store. I'm not doing it.
It's gonna be awesome.
For the league,
It's gonna be great.
I'm back and full on this one. No, it's not.
This is what they're going to do. They're indirectly going to cost City a game that they shouldn't have, just so that they can build a buffer for Liverpool.
Yep, it's 8 points. That way, when City gets the shark mode, and it's
they're already in shark mode, dude.
Liverpool's not going to bottle it like y'all did. So
the Klopp retirement tour is just a smoke screen.
Oh man, no.
Well, yeah, it's just normal.
Klopp's going to go out. I'm
for
telling you, bro.
Liverpool.
It's the script. I want to know what the script line is. I want to know what the bet line is for Klopp to win the league right now. I almost want to put one in.
1-1. 1 to -1.
One that lose money.
Yeah, if you bet Klopp, that's so obvious that you have to pay them.
I want to know what it is because honestly,
they're now 5-2 to win the league.
Yeah, of course.
Right now,
that's wild.
It's not a bad way to spend $100. Like
now on Odds Checker, City is still the betting favorite, but I just saw on January 22nd, Liverpool are 5-2 to win the Premier League after going 5 points clear at the table, top of the table, following a 4-0 win over Bournemouth.
If they go 8,
actually, they had second best on. City is 8-13.
Yeah, the money's on City, of course, because the alien Pep's alien death robots are just gonna turn it on, and
better bet.
They're gonna win the next 16 games, and they're gonna there's they have a game in hands on ours. They're on 49 points. So if Arsenal win and are on 49 points, City still have that game in hand, and we've just dropped Liverpool and kept them within 2 points. And so
it's a big game.
When City play their game in hand, they'll go top of the table if Arsenal beat Pool. Yeah. Okay, yes, Arsenal we must beat Liverpool, but beating Liverpool doesn't mean, it means we're still in it. It means we're still in there. It doesn't mean that we've caught City.
Right.
It's just like last year. We're still going to have to go to the empty head. It's still haunting my nightmares right now. That's on the back burner, but it's still there. City are still there. I'm trying to remind everybody, just because Klopp retirement tour has taken all the headlines, the death robots are still, chugging along back there. And, the Thor commander-in-chief is back in business. So I haven't forgotten about that. He's back. Okay. And Brentford's about to catch it on Monday.
Exactly.
So yeah, just to keep in touch, we have to win.
Yeah.
And you guys don't believe in us.
You
guys don't believe in us.
Listen, I saw the circus. I saw the circus firsthand. That's all I'm saying. I've been to the circus.
We live in the circus, baby. I'm used to it. I'm used to the Anthony Taylors. I'm used to it. So when it comes, am I going to see red and scream at the wall? Because the referees can obviously hear me from across the pond.
Of course.
Yes, I'm going to scream at the top of my lungs. But
100%.
My blood pressure is going to be up. That's I'm used to it.
It's okay.
I'm ready for it. And it's going to be epic no matter what. As long as we don't, as long as we show up better than Chelsea did, I think we have a shot.
Well, I mean, you're not going to play a center back at left back at any point.
Yeah, that's for sure. No, their left back's just playing left wing.
Unless you decide to play Kivior and then,
If we play Kivior, we're done. We're done before it begins.
That's it. If they play Kivior and Hazard and Havertz, that's 9 men. They're playing. Here comes
the announcement on Saturday. Partey fit to play, and then he starts at fucking right back. Excuse me. Yeah, sorry about that.
In sand. Oh man,
Pardon my language. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
we got a comment.
Says, hi, Jake, Patrick, Nez, and Xavier. You guys are knowledgeable, know your stuff, stat focused, experience, season ticket holders. I wish we could go to every game for our beloved clubs. Intelligent, professional, and buy all. We do buy merch.
Oh, yeah.
We certainly buy merch. I would love to go. I would definitely love to go to the games. We will someday. I'll make it across the pond at some point.
Same here.
I gotta pay off my World Cup hopper pass.
Yes. They will be on the American tour in the summer, and we're definitely going to try to. We're definitely going to try to see it.
As long as it's not, you know what? I was almost going to put a limitation, but I won't. Wherever they are, I'm going to try to get a ticket to it.
We'll try to make it for sure.
We got Copa too, so
City comes before all that. I won't even pretend like it don't.
No.
You don't ever come to the States.
Gonna put me a left kidney in.
I mean, I would honestly rather see City play Chelsea than watch Matt Turner ship goals to Brazil or something.
Think about the teams that we're going to get, because you've got Euros this year. You've got Copa. You've got Euros.
Big summer. Big summer coming up.
When you get these teams to come over, it's going to be the youth squads, or in Chelsea's case, the lone army.
It'll be whoever's leaving immediately.
Yeah, they're going to be gone before the season starts.
When you come back, just go to your destination.
Yeah,
to London.
Just don't leave the airport.
If you got to take a cab to Brentford or to
we'll fly you into London, and then we're going to put you on a cab.
What's up, Richard? Yeah, I mean, as long as I'm really waiting for that Pep departure tour.
Oh man,
the Pep retirement tour is the one we're really waiting for, Richard. He says, when are they going to do the Arteta, Pep, and Poch leaving tour? Well, I guess they're already on the Poch out tour.
Yeah.
Jose in the Jose in tour.
I'm more Jose in than I am Poch out. I will only be Poch out for Jose.
Now
That's
the
only way I'm cheating my girlfriend at this point, man. Is if it's Jose.
I am sick and tired of seeing center backs playing outside.
I agree.
Back.
I'm done with the squad selection. True.
And I get that Pep does it, but
that's Pep
has like a system that works with it.
Yeah, I just can't wait for Pep's retirement tour.
Oh.
I'm ready so that we can, someone else can finally win the league.
The thing about Pep's retirement tour that's going to be so awful is you're going to know when the season starts, because he's not going to shock anybody. He'll let you know when the season starts, and City will be super motivated to play that season, regardless of what they've done the season before.
They'll try to go invincible.
Yes, they will. Yes,
please no. Please
yes,
no.
They will.
Don't do that. Don't.
You can look forward to it if you want to. Just understand they're going to.
Don't do that.
I didn't realize
I will spike Jack Grealish's drinks. I will not.
They've won 7 league titles since 2010.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
They're going to. I'm just saying. The people who are looking for him to leave. The man is literally they show it every year around this time, because Pep got announced, I think today or yesterday, that he was coming to City while Pellegrini was the manager, and Stan Collymore, which was the fire in Pep's belly, was like, Pep can't come to the league and do that if you don't teach tackling. They're gonna get run over. Pep first interview after they won the league. He's like, you remember what Stan Collymore said?
Of course.
He's like, who's Stan Collymore? Hey, man, look, I can't wait for 2 reasons. One, because the team is run pretty well, but the fire in the bellies of these guys when he says he's leaving, they're going to try to run over everybody, and I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Which will be more attainable? Chelsea's 15 goals conceded in a season, or Invincible?
They'll do.
I think Invincible is easier.
Yes,
is more attainable.
If you really think about it,
in today's game, going Invincible will be way easier, because the game is not played to go 1-0. Those days are gone, bro.
That's
Those,
like what,
those
one
nil
goal
nil.
every 3 games? That's
Those
not even
nil
That's
nils,
nuts.
man,
It's insane.
The
Yeah.
game has moved to be an offensive game.
Yeah.
Defense
Absolutely.
wins championships.
Nah,
Well, yeah. I mean, hey, speaking of, this past match week has been absolutely insane. Goals galore.
Yeah.
Across the games, lots of early goals as well. We could just go rapid fire through some of these right quick. I mean, it was 4-3 today, United over Wolves, in an absolute barn burner back and forth.
Just hold the ball, my guy.
I mean,
the ball.
Look at this right here. Yes, of course. Richard, draw 38 games and you're invincible.
At that point.
Invincible and relegated. Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of, Sheffield actually were scored in the 22nd second against Palace, but then Elise and Eze bring back a masterclass. These 3 goals, if you haven't seen them, go check them out. Because holy crap, they were incredible. If Elise goes off injured again, though, so they desperately have to keep them healthy. But they combined for all 3 of the goals and back and forth, proper Premier League game. I said it would be 0-0. Wasn't even close. But that one was absolutely fantastic. Another interesting moment, Anthony Robinson, handball on the line in the 0-0 Fulham and Everton. I actually went and looked back at it. I don't know, man. It hits his arm. It bounces off the bar and hits his arm, and his arm is out wide like this in a unnatural position. It looked like to me it would have been harsh, but the ruling on the field was he couldn't move his arm out of the way. Like it was too close, not quick enough, not enough time, whatever, to move his arm out of the way.
I see.
And Everton drop into the relegation zone as a result of that. I think
another deduction, like they're probably going to.
Oh, they're going down.
Yeah, if they get another deduction, it's over because Luton clawed their way out of the bottom with an absolute masterclass over Brighton. 2-0 in the 3rd minute.
Yo, I did not see this coming at all.
In the 3rd minute.
At all.
Yo, they absolutely blamed them. I mean, and Brighton started with the ball. They scored 22 seconds into the game. Straight up, Brighton played 2 passes, gave the ball away, goal.
Smashed. Bro, I'm telling you, man, he needs to be worried.
He should be.
Not about the promotions he was up for and all these clubs gunning for him. He needs to be worried.
He needs to be worried about his job there.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I mean, I think they'll bounce back and they'll be all right this week. But
will they?
It's Palace at home. They should. Well, I mean,
what? Like, come on.
Are they though? Luton at home, dude.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard.
Luton at home, man. Adebayo with a hat trick. Fantastic finish on the 3rd goal as well, or on the 4th goal actually.
Yeah.
Or was that the 3rd goal? See, they scored so many goals. I can't keep up. I can't remember. But yeah, man, absolute banger. Hey, I appreciate that, Richard. And I have actually, Richard asked why I don't go on AFTV because I'm more knowledgeable than all of them. I wouldn't go that far, but I have been on AFTV. They do a fan zone where you can call in, and I have definitely been on there a couple of times. Unfortunately, one was right before the Spurs match, and I said 3-0 light work. That didn't happen, but hopefully next time it will. But yeah, you can get on AFTV. It's not actually that difficult. And I've actually messaged them a couple of times about being on more as well. They're pretty cool, actually, and I've met a couple of them. But yeah, man, I think the league is definitely heating up. Villa drop to Newcastle at home into like a 17 game unbeaten run at home or something like that.
I think we all got this wrong. I think
They got blasted. No, we got goose eggs. This was we all got 0.
Yeah,
We all got 0 points.
None. Yeah.
Lewis called a draw. We all called Villa wins. We didn't know.
I didn't see it, man. I felt like Villa's been like shaky, man.
Yeah, man, and they got
it gave me hope.
They'll probably bounce back for Sheffield.
That's what
it gave me hope. Yeah, honestly, yeah.
And that's what it hurt.
Villa, give me hope.
I mean, hey, Villa languishing in 4th place. No, they dropped to 5th actually because Spurs beat Brentford in a absolute darts match, apparently. And my initial thoughts on this one was, okay, guys, please, for the love of God, get your own celebration. Just get your own celebration. But I've heard an alternate opinion about the fact that people want to see this kind of, back and forth, this kind of, little digs at people and little shots at, people, and I don't know if you guys saw on Instagram, because in the post-match, James Madison's like, yeah, I don't think he's got enough goals to make up his own celebration. And then on Instagram, Maupay comes back and says, yeah, well, all I know is I have more goals in my career and no relegations. So people like the shots fired. They're feeling it, Oh, Richard's calling Spurs top 4.
Y'all laughed at me, man. Spurs get 3rd. I win the prediction. Yo, there's a caveat in this.
There is a caveat. You do, yes.
I might not wear.
Wait a minute. So the snot rag is on?
Yeah.
The snot rag is not on. It's not on.
No, wait a minute.
I can lose this league by as many points as I want as long as Spurs come in 3rd.
I don't know where you got that idea.
What you mean?
There's a podcast that says if Spurs come in 3rd, I win the entire prediction.
That's right. I remember that.
Done.
You don't even have them. You don't even have them in your top 8 in your original predictions.
No, man.
I'm looking at it.
I remember this.
Wait. I remember it too. Yeah, man.
He said, bro.
I don't understand.
No.
I don't understand. He has United finishing 4th.
No, but I remember him saying this because it was one of those goofy side ones where he was like, "Hey, man, if this happens, then they win the whole league." I remember that at the beginning.
I remember this. Yeah, there's a pod. We'll go back a couple. It wasn't that long ago, but if
there's about
Spurs come in 3rd.
X also said Nicholas Jackson was going to win the Golden Boot.
No, I did not. No.
Yes, you did. I have it right here. It's. I'm looking at it.
That actually tracks.
I'm looking at it.
I remember this one. I remember the Spurs one because it was one of the goofy ones.
You're right. I win this predictions league, and Jake wears the Ozil jersey.
No, just because you win doesn't mean I lose. No, I might come back. And we'll make Lewis wear a Wayne Rooney jersey.
No, but wait. So all Spurs have to do is finish 3rd. He didn't even have
Richard's my guy. Richard, me and you, we got this, man.
Richard is a Spurs fan.
He might be.
I don't care as long as I'm not wearing this Potter, whatever Jake has planned.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Potter. It
is now.
Thierry Henry.
I'm gonna have Potter as the badge.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be absolutely awesome. But speaking of awesome, there are plenty of predictions to make as well. We'll go ahead and get into them. Do them rapid fire here. We do have 7 other games. We can start. We'll start with Villa and Sheffield. Villa at Sheffield. Their away form not exactly awesome, but it is Sheffield.
Sheffield's form period is not.
Paul Tierney.
Is Paul Tierney the ref? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Paul Tierney is the ref.
How do we know? Like, what does he? What does he want in this one? How do we know what he wants? Because that's what'll happen.
I don't think he wants anything. It doesn't matter to him now.
We're gonna call.
So whoever
Tony.
gives him the envelope is
Tony. We need to call Tony.
See what he's betting.
Saying.
Yeah.
Actually, it's Tony's uncle now, so Tony's smartened up.
He's got his uncle placing bets for me. He gets a cut. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I've said Villa 2-0, despite their away form. Sheffield are bad.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
I'll send a picture so you can see my picks.
I'll go 1-0 Villa. I'll go 2-0. Sheffield's losing this game. That's given.
Yes. What you saying, Lewis?
3 though.
Well, the thing is, the Sheffield is so bad, but Villa have not scored in 2 away matches, which bothers me.
What?
But I'm gonna go with a draw. 1-1 Sheffield.
What?
Draw. 1-1 Sheffield win.
Exactly.
I mean, I guess it is a win.
Win for them.
That would be massive. Hey, and that'd be great for Chelsea's top 4 hopes.
Come on now.
Listen, we're just trying to get into Europe. That's all we're going for. I don't care how it happens.
Oh my goodness. I gotta fire some shots. You know me.
Of course.
You know me. Speaking of firing shots, Newcastle hosting Luton Town. Surgeon High, 4 goals. Adebayo with the hat trick. Can they do it at St. James Park?
No.
Isak went off injured.
Isak went off injured. Yes.
He did.
He may not play. I don't think he will. Callum Wilson, I don't think is going to play either.
Nope.
So it's looking like
they're going to get 2 goals again.
I mean, hey, it is the year of the center back goal scorers, I guess.
We need to do a center back golden boot.
Right? Disassi gets one. Gabrielle gets 2. Shar pops up.
And yeah.
Hey man, yeah. But no, I don't think yeah. I don't think Luton can handle St. James's Park. The Kenny's one thing. Away from home, different story. Newcastle are going to be buoyed by beating Villa away. 3-1 to the tune.
I went 4-1.
Yep.
3-0.
3-0 to the Geordies.
Newcastle's defense is like all there yet. Yeah, I don't know.
I think they'll be all right. They're huge, and Luton's main strategy is aerial long balls, second balls, and getting the crosses in. So I think Newcastle will be able to mop up just fine. What you saying, Lewis?
I got a 2-0 for Newcastle.
I got 3-0. Yeah.
Yep.
Commanding. I just don't see him. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they're Luton's surge up the table might take a little dent there.
Hey, you gotta add the comments in the picks too. We gotta keep the comments.
Richard,
Here we go. Yes. Yes, that definitely tracks, Richard. 4-1 for Newcastle.
Newcastle could use it too. Resurgent on the scoring boots. They need it.
They're back up to 8th, man. The mid-table mafia is what I've been hearing this 7th to 11th. That if somebody wins, they hop up 2 spots.
If Chelsea wins this weekend, I think they hop 2 spots.
They hop 2 spots. So mid-table mafia. Speaking of Man United hosting West Ham, interesting one. West Ham are going to sit way back. 2-2. It says
2-2 all day.
I like it. I don't like to predict United victories, but
Same.
I was impressed today. I was impressed in spite of that. And so I've gone. Yeah, but West Ham also played today, and Bournemouth gave him hell, gave him as good as they got, and got the 1-1 draw. Yeah, I've said 2-1 to United though. 2-1 to the Red Devils. As much as it pains me, I think they'll be bolstered. Another McTominay, performance comes in. Ten Hag masterclass. 10 seconds on the field. McTominay scores. No, but yeah, I think United will be all right at home. They'll have all the ball. West Ham are going to sit back.
Yep.
So we'll see. But yeah, 2-1.
No. Remember, Ten Hag likes to counter, so they're both going to sit back.
But Man U's possession today was a lot better than I've seen it. So I think that they'll be bolstered by that and will continue in that vein. But yeah, I agree. They also like to sit and counter. What do you think?
I went 2-1 West Ham.
Nice.
Judas is back.
Nice. You love to see it. He played today.
He did?
Yep.
Did he have the goal?
No. I think Ward Prowse had the goal.
By the way, I saw I was looking at that's right. Yeah. I was looking at West Ham's line sub bench. Danny Ings. Like I totally forgot that he was at West Ham. I thought he had gone to the championship.
He's been playing.
Wow.
Yeah. Antonio's been out, so
Then
Ings
he
has been
didn't come
playing.
back.
Yeah. What you saying, Lewis?
I think it's 1-0 United. It's a huge game because it's between 6 and 7, and United jump them. And I think it's 1-0 United.
Yeah, like I say, mid-table mafia. Win one, jump a couple places. Lose one, and someone has leapfrog you from behind. Ooh, Everton hosting the Tottenham Hotspur. I think Everton are a little weird right now. Kind of having a bit of a wobble. What'd you say, X?
I was gonna say 1-2, like Spurs 2-1.
Spurs 2-1. Gross.
I know, but I need them to come in third in the league, and
Yeah. Apparently.
and I just don't think I just don't think Everton have.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's interesting. Luton just beat them at home in the cup, so they're on a bit of a wobble. One handball away from maybe beating Fulham, but I've also said 2-1 to the dart throwers.
I think this is going to be an absolute goal fest. I actually went 3-2, and I first, for some reason, wrote Everton, and I was like, no, you can't, no.
That's how much my man hates.
You most certainly can pick. You most certainly can pick Everton to beat Spurs, Patrick. You picked whatever you want, buddy.
I even have Timo scoring.
Holy cow!
Wow, that is a pick. Holy crap! Oh, there you go. What you got, Lewis?
You know what's interesting? An interesting stat about Everton is Everton have kept the most clean sheets in the competition, 8. But they are ranked number 4 in goals conceded, which is so crazy how you can make stats.
Because when they get scored on, they get scored on. Yeah.
It's either they keep a clean sheet or they get 5 goals.
Get 5 goals.
It's the most bipolar thing ever. But also, it shows that Spurs haven't lost to Everton in their last 6 meetings.
No.
I mean, I think Spurs are different without Sonny. I think Sonny is a huge miss right now. I think it's 1-0 Spurs.
1-0 to Tottenham.
This is the history.
And it's Michael Oliver. I mean, we're gonna make it.
Spurs.
We're gonna make it must see TV.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Speaking of must see TV, Burnley hosting Fulham.
This is my 0-0. No,
Yep, here I've
I'm just kidding. They both leaked. No, it's not gonna be 0-0.
I mean,
Burnley
Fulham
makes
just
goals.
played out 0-0.
Fulham, they did, dude. I think I don't know. Fulham score here. They got my boy. They got my boy now. Like,
Who's that?
Broja.
Broja. I thought you meant Willian.
Oh, they've had William.
They've had him.
This is so rough. I'll go 1-0 Fulham
1-0 to the Cottagers.
because Burnley.
Away from home. Yeah, Burnley are in a bad way, man. I've said 2-1 to Fulham.
As did I.
I
I sent you my picks, okay?
I ignored that.
I know you did, but you can see afterwards.
Absolutely ignored that.
You know?
Lewis, can Vinny get one at home?
Well, interesting. Burnley haven't lost to Fulham in their last 5 meetings. And Fulham haven't scored in their last 2 matches. And Fulham have conceded the most penalties this season.
2-1.
I got Burnley 2-1.
Nice. Come on, Vinny. You got to do it at some point. I think this is a game that they'll look at and be like, it's one of those that is going to be tough, but sometimes some of the there are tougher games is what I'm trying to say. Burnley are going to face tougher tests at home, and so they might have an eye on this one. Like, we can win here, we can do this. So they might. I don't think they will. But they might be up for it. They might absolutely be up for it. Brighton hosting Crystal Palace. Looks like Elise will not be in the team, but Eze is firing on all cylinders. Got the brace, almost had a hat trick versus Sheffield. But away to Brighton, who are going to need to bounce back themselves. What are we saying?
I just want to say that right now, for Palace, Eze and Elise are passing to the Italians.
Absolutely.
It really is. I was watching highlights. It's like, okay, Elise assists to Eze plays it out to Elise. It really is just passing to the Italians. I actually struggled with this one. I think Brighton really has to get something here. No, Elise is a concern. Eze is good for at least 1, maybe 2. So I'm going 3-2 Brighton.
3-2 to Brighton.
I mean, Brighton's got to have to because honestly, if they don't, they're not going to be relegated by any means, but the table is going to start pulling them down.
It's lower mid-table.
They'll be in that mid-table mafia.
Yeah, because if Chelsea wins, they'll jump Brighton.
Oof. Woof.
Yeah.
I don't see Brighton winning this game.
No? What's your score?
2-1.
2-1 Palace?
Bro. Palace. This is what's going to do it, boys. Palace did it for Jake last year. Palace are going to do it. Palace is going to be the death of me. Palace and Wolves. I just cannot predict a Palace and
Straight
Wolves
up
game.
enigmas.
Brighton's the enigma for me.
Brighton. You never know when they're just not going to show up.
They could go drop a 4 spot, and then the next game they look like they've never played a game together ever.
Yeah.
You can only blame a Europa League hangover for so long.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go 1-1.
1-1. Interesting. I myself think that Brighton will definitely bounce back. It's going to be one of those where you'll see the real Brighton on Thursday or whatever the day it is. And no Elise is going to be a big miss. 3-1 Brighton. What you think, Lewis?
I was looking at the stats, and what interested me was I was looking at their last 5 games. They were all draws, except Brighton beat Palace at home 1-0. And then I saw that Brighton are unbeaten in 10 home games, and that Palace haven't scored in 2 away matches and haven't won away in their last 6. Brighton 1-0.
There you go. Brighton 1-0. I like it. All right, that leaves just the one more game. Nottingham Forest are visiting Bournemouth Cherries.
This is my 0-0 of the week, boys.
There it is. There he is. There's your 0-0er.
My 0-0er.
Yeah, I hate Forest now. They really ticked me off on Tuesday, and I'm expecting. I mean, why would I not expect them to play similarly away to Bournemouth? Bournemouth are open. Bournemouth like to control the ball, like to put it on teams. And I think Forrest will know that. I think Nuno will know that. So I think he'll sit back. Maybe not as much as he did against Arsenal. I mean, how can you be that afraid of Bournemouth?
I mean,
That would be shocking. But
repeat. It'll be rinse and repeat. That's all this is.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll see. I've gone 2-1 Bournemouth. I think they're going to be too much. Dominic Golanke. I'm gonna keep backing him. He got one. He got one today. So I'm gonna keep.
Calvin Phillips with the nice assist.
Oh my God, Calvin Phillips, bro, dude, what are you doing?
I don't know who had the worst debut. Caicedo against West Ham or Calvin Phillips against Bournemouth?
Caicedo.
Yeah, Caicedo. For sure.
Caicedo was terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
He looked like a puppy.
He looked like he hadn't played a game.
Yeah, he looked like he had a little pup.
Yeah, I almost feel bad for Calvin Phillips at this point. Like, it's just like, but I wonder how you even.
I mean, think about it. Declan Rice got him his huge move and money move, so he's good. He's all right.
Yeah, fair enough. What do you think, Patrick?
I think Forrest gets a goal early and sits back, and we get a 1-1.
I can see it. Get a goal and don't ever do anything else for the rest of the game.
Play my man up, Wanye up top, and you get your one goal, and then you sit back, and then Matty Turner just
gives him one.
That's Matty Turner thing, man.
Gives him one. Yeah. What you saying, Lewis?
The last 5 matches between Bournemouth and Forest have been 4 Bournemouth wins and a draw. And the last 6-7 matches, Bournemouth has beaten Forest. And Forest have scored 8 goals in their last 5 matches. So I think I'm going to go 2-1 Bournemouth.
2-1 to the Cherries. Absolutely. Well, yes, there you have it. Predictions are in. The weekend is going to be pretty awesome. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm scared. I'm exhilarated.
What's the
we
the
have
table?
to win.
What's our table at?
Our table?
Yeah. I'm only up at 2 now, which I expected.
Yeah.
I fully
pull that up.
Pass me this week.
He definitely made up some points. I'm coming to it now. Hold on. Here's this. And then we'll go ahead and do it like this. Boom, boom, boom. There it is.
Oh, wow.
For those of you out there listening on Spotify, Patrick, the champ, still on top at 234. Lewis has closed the gap. He's on 232. I myself am on 217, and Xavier is praying that I wear the Ozil jersey. He's on 203, trying to catch me up there at the bottom. But, yeah, I can only hope that he doesn't do so.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to wear the snot rag.
So, do we want to talk real quick about the 2 cups going on?
Yeah, sure.
So, we got AFCON tomorrow. Nigeria, Angola, DR Congo, and Guyana, I want to say.
Yeah, these are quarterfinals, right?
Yep, that's tomorrow. And then on Saturday, we get Mali, Ivory Coast, and Cape Verde, South Africa, because South Africa pulled out a major upset over Morocco, 2-0. And then tomorrow in Asian Cup, 6:30 games, Tajikistan, Jordan, and the spicy one at 10:30, Australia, South Korea.
Australia, South Korea.
And then on Saturday, we get Iran, or Iran. Sorry, apologize. Japan, and then Qatar, Uzbekistan. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of cheering for Iran, to be honest with you. You know, we could really use Tamiyasu back from the tournament.
It's always personal gain. Yeah.
Yeah, I do not care even a little bit. You know, I'm cheering Australia because I don't like Heung-min Son.
Yeah.
But maybe we should cheer Korea so that he continues to
be
stay over there, so he's not back.
That's why I was not a Senegalese fan. I want my boys back home.
Fair enough. Yeah,
but,
I feel you.
It should be fun ones, and I think we're headed towards South Korea Japan final. There.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And in AFCON, we're headed to a Nigeria Ivory Coast final.
Maybe. AFCON's been crazy, man. Cape Verde's been on smoke. Guinea's kind of snuck in under the radar.
Oh.
The Congo beat Egypt.
Yeah.
Johan Wissa, man.
Yeah. That Cape Verde South Africa game should be fantastic.
Should be awesome.
I think Ivory Coast takes care of Mali. Nigeria will, of course, take care of Angola.
You would think, yeah.
But yeah, that DR Congo Guinea game and the Cape Verde South Africa game were the two that I'm like, well, what's going to happen there? But I mean, props to South Africa for beating Morocco. That was a shocker. 2-0. Morocco got a red card. But from everything I've seen,
did you hear about that?
What?
So Amrabat gets the second yellow. Walking down the tunnel. The VAR calls him back, and he thinks, "Oh, it's great. I'm not getting the second yellow. I'm going to get to come back on." They rescind the second yellow, straight red. Back down the tunnel, sir. Back down the tunnel. You get back there. Oh, no.
Salt on the wound, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it was the 93rd minute or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, South Africa was the better side in that one. I watched some highlights, and yeah, I felt like South Africa deserved that one. Which, I mean, was shocking because I fully expected Morocco to get to the final.
Yeah, sure. After the World Cup performance, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, well, there is just a ton of football going on. Lots to watch, lots to tune into. I myself got my eye on Sunday. All I can think about. The only game I can think about. Saturday's fixtures look spicy. I'll definitely tune in. But yeah, like I say, my mind will be elsewhere. Lewis gets to sit back. Wait till Monday. Not much.
I don't like Monday game, man.
Yeah, I don't like Monday games either, man.
They're the worst.
I don't like Monday games either.
Well, my reason is because I can't pay attention to it because I have to work.
Yeah.
That, but also it's just like, man, you got to wait the whole weekend. You're just like,
yeah. Well, again, City isn't worried about literally anything that's happening anywhere else in the league.
Well, Chelsea has the Monday game the following week, so I'm already dreading it.
Yeah, I feel that. But yeah. Should be an awesome weekend. Should be some fantastic action. And yeah, if you're as excited as we are, go ahead and get the likes up on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Of course, thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. We are on our way to 200 subscribers. And if you're enjoying all the content, go ahead and get that little notification bell on. Again, we are grateful that you are here, and we hope you will see us next time.